What is up, guys? Welcome back to my garage. This is Alex, mtb Alex, and today we actually got a bike video. Let me show you exactly what we're gonna be doing today. Well, first of all, excuse my mess. I got a lot of things going on right now in my garage. It's a mess right here. At least my truck is in there, but that's okay. We have my Shimano frame bike over here. We're gonna be doing some stuff to this right here, so stay tuned for that. That's my mom Bromo over here. And this is my Polygon Siskiu T8, the Axum, the Otter, and the woman's outcome. So what we're gonna be doing today, we're gonna cannibalize the Axum, and we're gonna put some of these parts into my Siskiu T8. I'm gonna tell you exactly what we're gonna do. And separate videos, we're gonna put some of these parts in different bikes throughout. So stay tuned for these areas. And let me get those two bikes out of here and put them on the stand so I can show you what we're gonna be doing. All right, I have both of them over here. A few things that we're gonna be changing, that I'm gonna be putting from the Axum to the Siskiu. Maybe one thing from this bike, and the most important thing that I wanna take out, the main reason is because I wanna reduce my fleet because they take a lot of space right there. I wanna sell at least 3 bikes, maybe this one and those 2. But you know, once you upgrade, Walmart bikes is really hard to sell, so I'd rather just put them back to stock and sell them for less, and then either keep the parts, reuse those parts, or sell those parts separately. So we're gonna be doing some changes into this thing. So if y'all remember from a previous video, and I don't know if I can put it right here or not, but I have a Slackening headset over here that I paid like 90 bucks for it. So I'm gonna take that out and put it on my Siskiu T8. Remember, my Siskiu T8 is a 2020. This is the 30th anniversary special edition. That's why it's the color black. And the newer models have a slacker headset angle. So with this, I'm gonna kind of mimic what the new ones come in, and make it a little more downhill kind of thing, more snappy like that. So that's what we're gonna be putting on this one. Now, another things that I gotta do maintenance on this, but I'm not gonna concentrate on that right now. I just want you to focus on what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start cannibalizing this bike, and then some of these parts are gonna go to the Shimano one. And maybe meanwhile, some of them to the Otter, because that's the one that my son uses. Although he got into that one, he's getting tall, so it's probably gonna be almost ready for that one. It might be a little bit too tall for him right now, but he reaches it, so just wanna keep their large frames. Pretty sure he'll be better on a medium. We'll see about that. But for now, I wanna keep my main bikes, my Polygon, maybe this one, the gravel one, the mountain bike, the Mount Bromo N7, and this one. And I gotta make a separate video about what happened to that one, and it's gonna be really cool about how I didn't fix it, but I'm gonna tell you a little story about that one in a separate video, so stay tuned. Now let me set this up and we'll go from there. Also, let me ask you something. This one has a WTB wheel because the original got bent on a crash, and I tried to put it back straight up. I couldn't fix it. Took it to a shop, they couldn't fix it either. So I ended up buying a WTB wheel, just like I have on this one, on that one, and on this one right here as well. I like WTBs. However, the rear one is still the entity. And I'm debating on whether or not to put that. That's a heavy duty WTB wheel. And I kind of want to put this one into the T7 because the T7 is going to be my main bike. Will you guys do that? Let me know it down in the comments below, because that's something that I do kind of want to do. And we'll see. Maybe I'll do that too. All right, so we're going to be doing this in a time lapse because I have videos about all this all the time. So enjoy the music. And this is exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to remove the headset, the handlebar, the fork, take the headset out. Not the headset, the stem. I meant the stem. We're going to be removing the stem, handlebar. Of course, we're gonna secure let me do that right now because we don't want the fork to fall. And this is something that I always do. Takes no time. added security. That way my fork will not fall. And we're gonna be taking all this apart. We're gonna leave this. I don't know what we're gonna be doing to this yet. So stay tuned for that one. Once I put this back together, I'll make another video about that. But enjoy the time lapse meanwhile, and let's go. Okay, the front is off. That should have accounted for the counterweight because now my bike is on the floor. Let's put this up again and continue working, taking the headset out. All right, so my headset is out. However, when I popped the bottom one, the bearing came out because it was stuck in there and is now useless. I might be able to put it back together, but if I have a new one, I just change the bottom bearing. It's a seal bearing, so no big deal. So basically we have stem, handlebar, remove the brakes, all that, grips, and the headset and all the components for the headset, racer and everything. So this bike might be taking some of these parts out as well, including that the dropper post, because I'll tell you more about it when it comes to that. But right now, this is the current state of this one. If I ever put it back together, I might use the original stock rims, because again, I'm not gonna get what I put in this bike back, so might as well use it for make the ultimate bike for me with the components that I have. Let's bring up my Siskiu T8, put it over here, and do the same thing with the front end. Well, I don't know if you saw, but the top bearing cup gave me hell. So what I did, I took the top of the slacking one and put it in the freezer. I'm gonna do the same thing on the bottom cup for the slacking one, put it in the freezer while I clean this up, grease everything back up. That way it'll be easier to go ahead and sit this up correctly. All right, so it took a little while because the bottom, this was stuck. No, not this. This was stuck on the bottom cup, so I put it in the freezer and it was easier to take it out, but it was still a pain, as you were able to see. Both the top and bottom cups are aligned, and just in case you don't remember, there's a little line that tells you the center on the front and on the bottom. I don't think the bottom really matters because it's not an offset anyway, but the top really does matter, and you really have to align it to make sure that it's all good to go. So all we gotta do, the slacking top bearing was okay, but the bottom one is crap. So I'm just gonna use the original ones because they were FSA anyway, so good quality right there. So I'm gonna use the original ones and set this up again. Once I'm done with this, I'm gonna put the fork back together and it should be good to go. So let's ride. All right, basically I haven't done this in a while. It's not something unfamiliar. Everything's put back together, and there's a few more things that I gotta do to this bike to get it trail ready, because season is about to start over. My wife wants to ride with me, so that's why we're gonna be doing maintenance on all these bikes. But for now, let's take it out of the stand and take it outside, see how it feels. I'm gonna make sure that I didn't over tighten this or that it's not loose. Everything went pretty smoothly, except for the broken bottom cup bearing. Not a big deal, I have more. So let's take this outside, see how it feels. Well, at first glance, it does look a whole lot better. I think this was a 66 head tube angle. Now it's a 64. And let's ride this thing, make sure it doesn't feel any weird. I don't think so, because I've done this before. So yeah, let's ride. Okay, I think the steering's a little bit over tightened. No big deal, I can lose that up. But other than that, feels good. You can really feel this thing. Although I don't know, seems to be moving pretty freely to me. We'll see. Guess I can adjust it on the trail because it's gonna settle anyway. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with the result. Again, I gotta do a few more things. Something happened to this dropper post, because look at this. Maybe the cable got a little bit stretched. So it's an easy fix. But other than that, clean it up, adjust the gearing, brakes, all that, and it should be good to go. That's gonna wrap it up for this one, guys, and I guess I'll see you on the trail. Let's ride. Goodbye.